Now in 4 News Now at 6, a North Idaho man in court for animal cruelty. How 5 dogs, including this police canine, allegedly died in his care.
Spring weather is finally here. I'll let you know if this sunny, warm weather will last through the weekend in your St. Patrick's Day forecast.
And the WSU men's basketball team is gearing up to play Colorado in the semifinals of the Pac-12 tournament. What they'll need to focus on to win tonight's game coming up. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, on your screen now is Mac, the Post Falls police canine who died from heat exhaustion in a kennel last summer. Mac died while at a dog training facility in Bonner County in August. The man running that facility was in court this afternoon. Through a public records request, 4 News Now learned that 4 other dogs died under his watch that same day. Our Jordan Smith has the story.
Mac was in that training facility for less than 1 day before he and 4 other dogs that belonged to the owner died from heat exhaustion. Mac arrived at Titan Canine last August, a facility that boarded, trained, and bred dogs. Those dogs slept in this shed, where a portable AC unit was supposed to be circulating cool air into the building, crucial for those hot Idaho summer nights. According to the affidavit, at some point during the night, the exhaust vent from the AC unit became dislodged from the window and began blowing hot, humid air back into the shed, causing these dogs to overheat and eventually die. The man in court today, Louis Joaquin Weiner, runs that facility. He told police he checked on the dogs at 11 p.m. the night before, and when he went to check on them that morning at 10 a.m., he found them dead. Investigators noted that each dog had their own individual crate, but there were no containers for food or water in them. Investigators wrote, quote, "Not checking on the dogs frequently could have prevented early intervention. By the time the dogs were found, it was too late to save them." Weiner was charged with 6 counts of animal cruelty. In court today, attorneys say that a resolution is expected to be reached by March 29th when they're all back in court. We tried to reach Weiner after the hearing today for a comment. He told us, no comment. In Bonner County, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Well, a ban on using public funds, including Medicaid, to pay for gender-affirming care is one step closer to becoming law in Idaho.
This is about whether we're going to use public funds to provide highly controversial, potentially medically harmful, and irreversible medical procedures and surgeries.
If signed into law, it would ban taxpayer dollars from paying for things like puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and certain surgeries. It would also ban any state property or building from providing gender-affirming care. Critics of the bill say it will hurt Idahoans who require these types of treatments.
We are human beings. We're your neighbors. We're your constituents. We are valuable members of this community. We are taxpayers. We deserve access, necessary access to benefits as any other Idahoan would.
And the bill already made it out of the House and is now on the way to the Senate for a vote. A second driver makes his first court appearance in a hit and run that left a Spokane woman dead earlier this week. Modi Curtis is accused of hitting Casey Jr. in the early morning hours Wednesday on Highway 2 near Spotted Road. According to court documents, Curtis drove to a restaurant parking lot, then found a way back to his house in Spokane Valley. Police say he did not call for help after hitting Jr., who later died after she was hit by a second driver who's accused of driving drunk that morning. A commissioner set Curtis's bail at $25,000. He'll be back in court later this month. Well, whether you're going to start St. Patrick's Day or going to the St. Patrick's Day parade, the velocity game, or even hitting the slopes, the weather is going to be just about perfect for you. Chris, many of us are wondering when we could finally be done with this cold weather, if we're finally done with it.
You know, we may take a step back and then 2 more steps forward, but not in the short term. We are forging ahead with a beautiful weekend, and well, you still have quite a bit of time left to enjoy this fabulous Friday. This is the live view over downtown Spokane right now with clear skies, temperatures, well, the warmest that we've been so far this season. And here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a warm, sunny weekend. High temperatures will be in the 60s for the first time in almost 5 months in Spokane. Blue skies will continue Monday through most of Tuesday. Then late Tuesday and into Wednesday, we'll start to see some changes, taking a step back to below average temperatures and some wet weather, which we'll need by that time. High temperatures today, the warmest day of the season so far at 58 in Spokane, 57 in Coeur d'Alene, made it into the 50s in Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. It has been a cool week in North Idaho, 61 in Lewiston, Ritzville, and 64 in Moses Lake. Our highs tomorrow into the 70s in Omak. We'll see a lot more 60s on the map, including in Bonners Ferry and Coeur d'Alene. 63 tomorrow in Pullman, and a little bit warmer as we get into Sunday. But your Saturday planner, 49 is our average high. We're heading up to that high of 62 with a cool start down close to freezing. Lots of sunshine, light winds. I will be back with the second half of your weekend forecast and tell you about the midweek reality check. That's still several days away, Derek.
Okay. Well, North Pines Middle School sent a message to families this afternoon that it briefly went into secure and teach mode to investigate a potential weapon at the school, though no weapon or threat was actually found. Principal Jeremy Vincent says students reported seeing what they thought was a weapon. The administration contacted emergency services and followed safety protocols. Once law enforcement confirmed there was no threat, the school day went back to normal. They did not say what kind of weapon was suspected. Well, the Centennial Trail is a beautiful 40-mile stretch from 9 Mile Falls to Coeur d'Alene. Now that the sun is out longer and it's warming up, you can expect to see more people on it. As nice as it is, though, using it alone can feel scary, especially for women. But the creators of a new app aim to change that. Bronte Sorotsky introduces us to Peachy.
Tired of feeling unsafe just going for a walk or a jog? Women in Spokane are helping each other feel safer here on the Centennial Trail.
There's been a few incidences where you turn a corner and would find someone unexpected.
Betty Kabbalah, along with other Spokane women, are extra cautious when going on trails and other spots alone. It's why she says she almost always brings her dog with her on walks.
If I'm not with my dog, I stay up on the concrete asphalt trail or find a friend to go.
It's uncomfortable and sometimes even dangerous situations like this that led Jade Porter to co-found Peachy.
So that we can truly have each other's backs just by sharing information.
Peachy is a review app where women and non-binary people can share specific safety information.
How well lit is a parking lot? How isolated is a hiking trail? Does the business accommodate for specific safety considerations for women?
The app will have a beta launch for trail users in April, and in June will expand to the greater Spokane area with the hopes of eventually expanding throughout the Pacific Northwest.
So it'll be Oregon, Washington, and Idaho.
There will be more ways to get involved before the app's launch. Also in April, Peachy is hosting a Take Back the Trail event where people are invited to walk the entirety of the Centennial Trail, all 40 miles.
To really understand the pain points and to experience it firsthand.
Women like Betty are already taking an interest.
That's awesome. If they were to put out an app, I'd definitely download it.
That Take Back the Trail event will take place April 5th through 7th. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
All right, Bronte, thank you. In parts of the inland Northwest, this is the snowiest month of the season. Coming up, meteorologist Matt Gray takes a look at how unusual this trend really is. And the Post Falls Library is selling books to replace the ones damaged in January's cold snap. Where the library is at in the recovery process. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. Save your green!
Slam Dunk a win on Saturday, March 16th at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Shoot hoops for your share of over $22,000 in cash. It's Cash Madness at Missisquoi Casino Hotel.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady. The New York Times calls it thrilling, glorious, and better than it ever was. Bartlett Shear's glowing production is enthralling. Don't miss the smashing, jubilant Lincoln Center Theater production of My Fair Lady.
April 2nd through 7th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's WAgrant.org.
Hey Ben, the thermostat's acting up. You work for Bill's Heating and Air. You know how to fix this, right?
I just do their commercials.
Ben, the AC's broken. Come on, you work for Bill's. You must know something about this.
Bro, I'm just their spokesperson.
Dude, the furnace is so loud. You work for Bill's Heating. You can fix it, right?
You do know I'm a basketball player, right?
Bill's Heating and AC is offering financing as low as 0% for 5 years. Call today.
For all your heating and cooling needs, leave it to the real professionals at Bill's.
The spring rush is on to get those early decking projects started so everyone can have a beautiful backyard this summer. And nobody has a better selection at better prices than the pros at Windsor Plywood.
Windsor Plywood.
Mr. Quack Casino Hotel is open. Plus, our 4,000 square foot event center will be available for you to book your future meetings or events. Mr. Quack Casino Hotel.
People filled bags with books and flipped through several pages today at the Post Falls Library's book sale. The library has been closed for over a month now due to extensive damages it suffered during January's cold snap. Staff have been asking for volunteers to help in the recovery process, and today they hosted their first book sale fundraiser. Marissa Rio was there and shows us just how many people showed up to support it.
This fundraiser is called Friends of the Library Book Sale, and all the proceeds go towards helping out the Post Falls Library. As you can see, it's a full house in here as many members of the community want to help out.
And that crowd extended to the outside as well. Many people telling 4 News Now they miss their local library.
So we're out here to support the community and get some new books so that our daughter can learn to grow and learn new things.
And buying those new books were a steal. All books were 5 cents, or if you brought a bag, you could stuff it with as many books as possible for only $5. That's exactly what Cannon and his family did today. They told us what this library means to them and to so many other local families.
It's a really good place for people to go if they don't have access to books other places, or if they need something to do and they can't afford to go many other places. A good place to meet other families with young children and other families that value knowledge and learning and stuff like that.
The library also had a donations container. While the library is likely to remain closed until at least summer, they still hope to host summer reading and other activities outdoors. The money raised in this book sale will fund those programs. It will also go towards buying new books.
We have been touched by the outpouring from the community, and we're just thrilled that we're able to work together and see the love that's coming from them.
Lindsay said so many people have called in to volunteer, so as of now, they don't need any more. She said they are now nearing the start of demolition and construction. Today's book sale was in collaboration with Friends of the Library, a nonprofit that supports library programs. There will be another book sale fundraiser tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Reporting in Post Falls, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And the library was one of the many places damaged by January's cold snap in our area. In Washington alone, its impact is expected to cost the state more than $30 million. That's why Governor Jay Inslee issued an emergency proclamation for parts of the state today, including Pend Oreille, Lincoln, and Okanogan counties. This will allow state agencies to access even more state funding to help repair that damage.
2 big parades tomorrow to celebrate St. Patrick's Day weekend in Spokane. Things get going at noon, and it is already going to be in the 50s with sunny skies. Coeur d'Alene, 60 degrees with sunshine at 3 o'clock. I'll be back with the second half of your weekend forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Classic roast beef and crispy fish?
Just 2 for $6? If Arby's wasn't already at Arby's, it'd be on its way to Arby's right now. Arby's, we have the meat.
We're the advocates.
And we go to court.
The insurance companies take us seriously.
Because we go to court.
And if they don't offer you a settlement you deserve, they know.
We'll go to court.
So if you or a loved one are seriously injured in a crash...
Call us.
Oh, I thought for sure he was going to say...
We go to court.
There it is.
We're the advocates. And we go to court. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
At GMA, we love dogs. Love dogs. And next week, we're about to reveal live only on GMA the most popular dog breeds right now. So, what dogs made the list?
This is going to be a big one.
It's Click It RV's huge open house show and sale going on now with top manufacturers like Forest River, Winnebago, Thor, Jayco, StarCraft, and more. With super low interest rates, 0 down, and no payments till July. Enter to win $30,000 in cash or a new 2023 StarCraft trailer. There's huge savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. So beat the spring rush and don't miss this huge open house sale at Click It RV. 1 mile past the Y on the Newport Highway.
Arby's brown sugar bacon. You always know just what to say. Arby's, we have the meat.
The $10,000 baby photo shoot?
Got it.
Next, Inside Edition. Wait till you see what parents are paying for the perfect photo of their little ones. Then, Civil War in America? The shocking new movie about our divided nation.
There's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
Could it really lead to the outbreak of violence? Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
A big day for women here in Spokane. The YWCA's annual Women of Achievement Awards luncheon filled the convention center today.
And I had the honor of emceeing the event once again this year. Each year, the luncheon not only recognizes the outstanding women leaders in Spokane, but also is one of the YWCA's largest fundraisers. And that money is used to support women in children and domestic survivors through the YWCA programs. Those programs are used more than 20,000 times a year. Well, Margaret Mitchell, the YWCA's national CEO, gave the keynote address. And before the luncheon, I had a chance to talk with her about the work being done here in Spokane.
It's just an amazing body of work. It is what I call the bed and bread business, and that's the business that YWCA Spokane has been in for over 120 years. And you know, I don't want to call it a program because it really is such an amazing work to be able to step into the lives of individuals and witness their transformation from a very difficult season in their life to one in which the YWCA of Spokane is involved in coming alongside to helping them thrive.
As big as our luncheon gets, as much as we support, the need continues to grow for this type of assistance and empowerment. Why are times so hard on women and children and families?
You know, Chris, the reality is that the heart is can be so deceptive, and we can treat each other as human beings so poorly, and that still exists today. The inhumane way that we can treat each other, and so safe havens are still needed. They were needed 120 years ago, and they're still needed today.
Is it a case where you take 2 steps forward and then sometimes based on what's going on politically in the nation, you take a step back occasionally and you're frustrated, but then you forge ahead?
Yeah, I think we're always moving forward and backward, but ultimately, I believe that the momentum is always moving forward. And, you know, we have come such a long way, and things have changed so much, just a greater level of transparency, and that is nothing short of good and powerful for everybody involved. And I'm excited about where we're going and what's happening in the space of gender-based violence.
Very optimistic message here in Spokane, and what a beautiful day to welcome people from out of town to our gorgeous city. And there is One Spokane Stadium, and less than 24 hours from now, it begins. The Spokane Velocity kickoff at 2 o'clock, and look at that forecast, just gorgeous. High temperature actually of 62 degrees. By 3 o'clock, it'll be 59 at kickoff time. Barely a breeze. Might actually feel kind of hot if you're sitting in the stands. We do have changes coming in our weather pattern. In the short term, high pressure will continue to build over the region through the weekend and even into early next week. If you work the weekend, you'll be able to enjoy more sunshine on Monday and Tuesday. Here's Sunday morning with that high pressure really taking over and our temperatures responding. More beautiful weather on Monday, but then as we get into Tuesday, we'll start to see a change. Our ridge of high pressure will start to flatten late in the day. We'll see some clouds moving in and some showers and cooler weather starting on Wednesday. And it looks like that trend will continue. As much as we love this warm, sunny weather, in the back of your mind, we are thinking about the snowpack and the farmers, and we are going to start to see that change. Temperatures drop below average starting on Thursday. This black line right here is our average high. We'll be in the 40s again by Friday, and that trend continues in the 8 to 14-day forecast. Started off earlier this week with just a sliver of light blue over the inland northwest. Now we're getting into the medium blue as a growing consensus of below average temperatures and above average precipitation. Not the prettiest weather down in the valleys, but boy, more snow in the mountains just means an easier time as we get into the really dry season. In the short term, though, enjoy this stunning weather for St. Patrick's Day weekend, and spring officially starts on Tuesday with blue skies and sunshine. Overnight lows, meanwhile, will be crisp to start the day tomorrow, down in the lower to mid 30s, but then we have upper 30s and 40s all the way into the middle of next week. Then we start to cool down and bring in that wet weather. But first, we will enjoy a fantastic weekend, Derek. I love it.
Oh, I think we will all be enjoying it. Well, it's a great weekend to enjoy some spring skiing, especially with all of the snow earlier this month. In some places this month is the snowiest it's been all winter. Meteorologist Matt Gray is looking at how unusual it is for most of our snow to come this late in the season. Matt?
It is pretty strange, and it doesn't seem like March is that important for snow, especially with weather like we're seeing this weekend. But as Chris mentioned, March is still winter up in the mountains, and you don't get as much snow as the actual winter months. Most of the time, it looks like this year is going to be the exception. Schweitzer reporting 68 inches so far this March. It is their snowiest month this season. Plus, if you add in another 13 inches that they got on the 29th of February on Leap Day, that makes 81 inches in just about 2 weeks, or a whole 37% of all of the entire snow Schweitzer has had this season. That is a big chunk. And if you think that is weird, it's pretty weird. In the valleys and mountains around here, December and January are the big months for snow. The next tier, November, February, coming close to other months as you get into the higher elevations, and then comes March. Temperatures are warmer, and it's harder to gain as much snowpack usually this month. So everything has really got to line up right for March to be the snowiest in the mountains. And, well, at least it's lined up so far this year. Now, today I looked for some of these big March months to see if it had happened before, and above around 5,000 feet or so, there were just 3 snow seasons since 1981 where March clearly had gained the most mountain snowpack of any month. And who knows, with some of that cooler weather on the way later this month, well, this year might make year 4 out of that record. And you know, this pattern reminds me of a pretty wild fact about some of our neighbors on the other side of the Rocky Mountains. In all of these states you see here, at least a dozen weather stations average their snowiest month of the year in March or April. And I can tell you what, some Denver suburbs earlier this week got like something like 2 feet of snow. So if anything can make you appreciate the weather we're having right now, it's what's happened there.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. Well, the Spokane Velocity will be playing their first home game in franchise history tomorrow. Coming up, what you need to know if you're one of the 5,000 or so people heading to tomorrow's game.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
All aboard, sisters. The sequel to the smash hit Menopause the Musical is about to set sail. Cruising through the change is the can't-miss ultimate girls' night out. Menopause the Musical has been seen by more than 17 million fans worldwide. This hilarious sequel features parodies of your favorite hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Coming to Spokane on March 23rd for one performance at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Introducing permanent year-round outdoor lighting. Heating, cooling, and electric.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you, just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Well, I think the great thing about BECU is we really go out of our way to try to help our members live their best financial lives. When you hear the successes and see people say, when I started here, I came in and I worked with one of your people and they totally turned my life around. I was able to purchase a home, send my kids to school, things that I never thought I'd be able to do. And those are success stories. Those are the things we love to hear from our members, being able to help them just live their best financial lives. We love being a part of where we live.
Hey, I'm Travis Dickinson from Cochinito Taqueria. I'm here today with Yolks Fresh Market to talk to you about my secret chef ingredient, dried chilies. We're going to use guajillo, ancho, and chipotle chilies in this mole manchamanteles. We use these dried chilies all in different combinations to really draw some pretty cool flavors into the dishes we do. The guajillo has this kind of tropical stone fruity punch. The chipotle's obviously got smoke and spice. As a chef, being able to walk through the aisles of Yolks and pick out the things that really call to me, that's an awesome lead into some pretty cool cooking.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
In news around the nation now, in Georgia, Fani Willis is allowed to remain as prosecutor in former President Donald Trump's election interference case after her fellow prosecutor resigned. CNN's Julia Benbrook breaks down why the judge wouldn't let the case proceed if the assistant prosecutor didn't step down.
In Georgia, an Atlanta-based grand jury indicted Donald Trump and others on state charges for allegedly trying to overturn the former president's electoral loss in 2020. This week, the judge issued a partial dismissal and dropped 6 of the 41 counts, including 3 against Trump, citing the lack of required detail. But most of the indictment is still intact. A Friday ruling by that same judge will allow Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to stay on the case, despite accusations she had a conflict of interest because of her relationship with the special prosecutor.
It is a gift to the defense, I believe, as they will use this as they talk about whether or not the case has merit or whether or not it was brought for other reasons.
In Florida, a federal case focuses on Trump's handling of classified documents. The former president's lawyers tried to persuade a judge to throw out the case because of the supposed vagueness of the law he was charged under. On Thursday, the judge rejected that claim.
Although it's not impossible for a federal judge to basically invalidate a statute on the theory that it is too vague to be enforced, that happens very, very rarely.
In New York, Trump faces state charges related to a hush money payment to an adult film star. Jury selection for that trial was scheduled to start on March 25th, but could be delayed.
I'll be here during the day and I'll be campaigning during the night.
And then in Washington, D.C., there's a federal election interference case related to Trump's actions on January 6, 2021. The former president has pleaded not guilty in every one of these cases. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
All right, coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30, we're an hour away from tip-off of the Pac-12 tournament semifinals between WSU and Colorado.
Yeah, the Cougs have never made it to the Pac-12 championship game. That could change tonight.
Yeah, we break down the keys to the matchup coming up and what the Cougars need to do to come out on top. That's next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Introducing the Chevy family of SUVs. Do more with tech. Do more with safety. Do more with style. The Chevy family of SUVs. There's one for everything you do. Get 1.9% financing on select popular Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
We love our house, but lately we've been feeling a little cramped.
So we talked to ICCU about a new home loan. The process was super quick, and we got a really great rate.
We start house hunting tomorrow.
Preferably something with a bigger garage.
Grow your love for the outdoors at the 62nd Annual Bighorn Show, March 14th to 17th at the Spokane County Fairgrounds, presented by Lithia Motors. There's something for everyone in the family at the Bighorn Show. Visit and shop hundreds of vendors and exhibitors. Check out the Trophy Territory Annual Exhibition. Go fishing with the kids at Les Schwab Fishing World. Enjoy live music. You will find it all at this year's Bighorn Show. This event is produced by Inland Northwest Wildlife Council. Big thanks to Brett's RV and Marine, Les Schwab, and many more. Get your tickets and more details at bighornshow.com.
Bounced from one doctor to the next. Did they even send my lab work? Wait, was I supposed to bring that? Then there's the forms, the bills, the nota bills, the... Press forward and repeat these options.
Healthcare can get a whole lot easier when your medical records, care, and coverage are in one place. At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together for all that is you.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, it's going to be a big sports weekend here in the Inland Northwest with the first ever Spokane Velocity home game happening in front of a sold-out crowd tomorrow. Then on Sunday, we'll learn where the Zags, Cougs, and Eastern Eagles basketball teams will be playing in the first round of the NCAA tournament. We have team coverage tonight on all of these events. But first, Alex and Julia, the Cougs are focusing on winning tonight's game against Colorado in the semifinals of the Pac-12 tournament.
That's right, Derek. Washington State is one win away from reaching that Pac-12 championship game for the first time since 2008. The Cougars and Colorado tip off at 7:30 tonight for a spot in that title game right there. Right now, that first semifinal is going on between Arizona and Oregon. Alex, Cougs have never advanced past this round. How can they get it done tonight?
Well, yeah, it's a big deal for Wazoo fans here because going back to 2008 with that archive footage we were looking at, it wasn't exactly 4K quality, so a lot has changed in that 16 years. And during that time, Washington State hasn't even sniffed this level of success, and that includes those 3 years of Klay Thompson. So that tells you how good this team is. But you'd like to think the hype surrounding the Cougs and the amount of success that they've seen so far this season might bring with it a sense of pressure. But you don't really get that feeling when you're talking with them, especially with head coach Kyle Smith, who knows they'll be playing past paying past the Pac-12 tournament.
And get to the finals would be great, and obviously our goal is to win it. And we've talked about embracing these. We got 2 weeks. We got another postseason coming, and this is how you get better. And hopefully we handle. It's tough to go back to back. And it's tough mentally as much physically. So doing that just more marks for the program, and could be more proud of a group of guys.
And Smith talking about that group of guys. 6 Cougars scored in double digits last night against Stanford. If they do it again, a great chance of beating Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado is on that bubble, still fighting for that tournament spot. They're going to be the more desperate team, sense of urgency. Washington State, they already know they're going to be in, so they're going to be like Ruben right here, all relaxed, chilling, ready to go. That's how it's been all season long. The Cougars are enjoying the moment. It was one of Kyle Smith's messages to the team before they left to Las Vegas. They even celebrated the season after the loss to Washington on Senior Day because it was such a great 2024 campaign that they had. Now, Smith credits the returners for the team's success. WSU, remember, they lost 4 of its 5 starters from last season.
People talk about culture. Yeah, what is it? Well, it's those guys. They're unsung heroes that come. They have long practices because they get there 30 minutes before practice and do scout stuff, and they're ridiculous attitudes and work ethic. So it's kind of a well-oiled machine. It's a lot to do with our captain and some other guys too.
Now, there is still a chance WSU could play in Spokane for the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament. The latest projections have Washington State as a 5 seed playing across the street from us here at the Spokane Arena. A win tonight could go a long way in securing that spot. Alex, as a WSU alum, what would that mean to have the Cougars play in front of their hometown fans?
Yeah, this is huge to say the least. A chance for the students and alumni to pack inside the Spokane Arena. I know I speak for Derek here when I say it would be a very sweet feeling to beat out Gonzaga for that first kind of home team to be hosting games inside Spokane.
Yeah, the Cougs have spoken here. Now, again, tip-off between the Cougs and Buffs at 7:30. We're going to have highlights and post-game reaction tonight on Nightside. Derek?
I will freak out if they get in Spokane. All right, thanks, guys. Well, the first ever home match for the Spokane Velocity now less than 24 hours away in Peter Choi. The team announced just a few hours ago tickets are sold out.
Yeah, all 5,000 tickets are sold out already. And seats you see right behind me there will be filled with the Velocity fans cheering for the first victory.
The moment that Spokane has been waiting for.
Spokane's ready for this, and Spokane needs this.
The Spokane Velocity's first home match is just around the corner. And Riley with the Velocity says she's feeling the hype.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. It's historic. It's been in the making for a couple years, and the anticipation has built in Spokane.
A local bar dedicated to soccer. It says fans cannot wait for the game. So they are starting early at 10 a.m.
We're having a bunch of people meet up before the game here tomorrow morning, open up, have some beers, have some breakfast. And then about 12:45, we'll march on down to the stadium.
Here's what you need to know before the match tomorrow. Bring only necessary items that can fit in your pockets if possible. If you want to grab food or drinks at the game, don't bring cash. Only credit cards and mobile payments will be allowed.
Spokane Falls Boulevard.
Parking could be a challenge tomorrow.
One of the most important things we can emphasize is park downtown and walk. Parking downtown could be $6, $7, but it's going to be the safest, the cheapest way to do that. So park downtown, walk through the park. It's about an 8-minute walk.
For the historic game, they are taking drone photos with fans. Get this, the first 500 fans will be getting a copy of these photos. Make sure to be at the stadium at 1:45.
Come on down and hang out. It's going to be a good time.
And Derek, starting at 1 p.m. tomorrow, these fans will start marching from Riverfront Park. I'll also be there, so be there or be square. And last but not least, go Velocity. Back to you, Derek.
If I wasn't coaching basketball tomorrow, I'd be there for sure. All right, we also can't forget about Spokane St. Patrick's Day Parade happening tomorrow. Here is a look at that parade route. It begins in Riverfront Park and ends on Spokane Falls Boulevard near the mall. And remember, that party begins at noon. If you're looking for even more last-minute plans this weekend, this Sunday in Riverfront Park, there will be Expo 74 50th Anniversary brass coins hidden across the park. Each coin will get you a free ride on the Loof Carousel and a coupon to the Bearded Ginger inside the Sky Ribbon Cafe. There are 150 of these coins in total. The hunt begins at 11 o'clock. Sounds like a lot of fun, actually. All right, and Chris, like we've been saying for the last few days, it is going to be just about perfect tomorrow if you're going to the Velocity game or the parade or anything you want to do.
Yes, wear your sunblock and be ready to enjoy the warmest weather of the season so far. Here's a look at your Saturday planner. Our average high is 49. We're heading up into the 60s, 62 in Spokane with blue skies and sunshine. A cool start to the day, actually just about average. We'll be right around freezing or a little bit above, but it'll warm up very quickly with all of that sunshine. Meanwhile, here's a look at some of the temperatures for highs around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Only Spirit Lake staying in the 50s, 60s elsewhere, including mid-60s in downtown and Spokane Valley, 63 at Meade, as well as 9 Mile and 62 in Deer Park. Around the region, we're heading up to 70 degrees in Omak, 59 in Sandpoint, but 60s elsewhere around the region, pretty close to 70 in Moses Lake and Grand Coulee, 68 degrees. Meanwhile, that high of 62 in Spokane would be the first 60-degree or higher day since the 22nd of October. The average date of the first 60-degree day, we're pretty close, the 22nd of March, so right around the first day of spring, which is coming up on Tuesday. I will be back with your first day of spring forecast and the showers that are going to go along with it in just a few minutes, Derek.
Well, this weekend, one North Idaho beer distributor wants to make sure you and your friends make it home from the pub safely. Watkins Distributing will be sponsoring a $10 discount on Uber rides this weekend. To learn more on how to redeem it, you can look for this story on KXLY.com. Well, seniors at the Mid-City Senior Center had the luck of the Irish today and got to celebrate St. Patrick's Day a couple days early. A live fiddler came in and played some Irish tunes for them. He got the seniors up and on their feet, and they danced the day away. Some were even decked out in green and gold, and they were all given leprechaun names, but by far the fiddle was today's biggest hit.
Oh, I love the fiddle player, and he did the jig. I had to dance.
The Mid-City Senior Center says it tries to do something like this for every holiday, and it's clear the seniors were loving it. Well, since you're probably wearing green anyway, you'll want to stop by Krispy Kreme this weekend to get a free green glaze donut. No purchase is necessary, and that deal is good today through Sunday. It's Friday, and that means it's time to take a trip on the Air 4 drone. Coming up, we are soaring above one park that has plenty of hiking trails and spectacular views just outside of Pullman. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Portable Cedar Cabins.
Don't settle for the screen, see it in your space. At Floor Trader, you'll find more samples and more selection in one place. With big box prices and small town service, this weekend at Floor Trader, we'll install your new carpet for free.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
When I was 18, I really wanted to go to college, and I wanted to study art, but I didn't know how to go about it. Being undocumented for most of my life, I wasn't able to apply for FAFSA or any financial aid, so I took out some private loans. I kept paying and paying and paying and paying, but they just wouldn't go down. BCU helped me get back on my feet. I took out a credit card with them. It allowed me to rebuild my credit. I just always assumed that the default was like, well, banks always take advantage of you. Being in a credit union has proved to me that, no, there is an alternative.
Don't settle for the screen, see it in your space. At Floor Trader, you'll find more samples and more selection in one place. With big box prices and small town service, this weekend at Floor Trader, we'll install your new carpet for free.
Next ET, our Rita Moreno exclusive.
I got teary.
Her triumphant return to the Oscar stage, plus what the legend has never revealed until now.
It's embarrassing.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Idol is serving up. The best season yet.
Loved it.
And Sunday, the fan favorite returns
6 years later.
for another chance at stardom.
This is a really weird plot twist.
American Idol, new Sunday on ABC.
Welcome back. Here is a live look of one of the last night ski sessions of the season at Mount Spokane. And look how much lighter it is than when we've checked in on this, right? In the past.
Fun.
And Chris, as we've been saying, it's going to be a pretty good weekend if you want to hit the slopes.
I think so, yes. There's a saying in skiing that we run out of skiers before we run out of snow. And this is really one of the best months to ski. It's warm, you're not freezing, the snow is soft, it doesn't hurt as bad when you fall. Speaking from experience. And they've got all the snow you could ever hope for. Best time of day on a weekend like this. Maybe the morning if you want to go fast, because those groomers will be firm first thing in the morning, but then they soften up and they get nice and creamy, and then it gets maybe a little slow in the afternoon, which is great for beginners if you don't want to go very fast. Those skis will slow down if you don't have just the right wax. And as you can see, so much snow at our local ski areas right now compared to where we were just a couple of weeks ago. We're not going to set any records anywhere, but plenty of snow to have a good time. Here is a look at downtown Spokane. Speaking of a good time, everything is hopping. Here's the view over the Spokane County Courthouse right now with a beautiful sunset in progress. Hopefully you're somewhere where you can get a glimpse of the western sky and enjoy it from your area. Our morning lows tomorrow morning are going to be crisp. This will likely be the coolest morning of the next several days because we're going to be seeing these overnight lows getting into the upper 30s and even 40s, but we'll be down below freezing. Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, and Coeur d'Alene, the combination of the very dry air, light winds, clear skies. 33 in Pullman and Spokane. Will be well above freezing further to the west in Grand Coulee, Omak. Winthrop, though, 31. Right around the Spokane area in the 20s in Spirit Lake, but 30s elsewhere around the region with below freezing temperatures in Deer Park and Coeur d'Alene as well as Spangle. Maybe one more day to scrape the windows if you park outside and get up early. And then we do have some warmer nights ahead in the 7-day forecast. Meanwhile, here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a warm, sunny weekend. High temperatures in the 60s for the first time this season in Spokane. Blue skies will continue Monday and Tuesday. Then we'll start to see some changes midweek, and that does include some more snow coming into the mountains where we could use it. Here's a look at your planning forecast. St. Patrick's Day, Saturday, Sunday, the parades on Saturday. Monday, 66. Spring, the vernal equinox is on Tuesday, and then spring showers back in the forecast, and we cool down below average temperatures by Thursday and Friday. Our average highs in the lower 50s. We're heading back into the 40s with perhaps some more cool nights. Maybe even a little bit of snow trying to mix in with the rain sometime next week, but we'll keep you posted on that because in the meantime, there's some sunshine and warm weather to enjoy, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. And in yet another St. Patrick's Day event, if you're looking for a new best friend, Scraps is waiving adoption fees tomorrow for their holiday adoption event. It is taking place from noon to 4. You will only have to pay the license fee. Around the Northwest now, Boeing is telling airlines to check the cockpit seats on their 787 Dreamliners. This comes after one of its planes dropped abruptly on a flight to New Zealand on Monday, injuring dozens of passengers. A flight attendant reportedly hit a switch on the back of the pilot's seat, which pushed them into the controls. Boeing said it sent a message to airlines recommending they inspect the seat and switch at the next maintenance opportunity. Across the central U.S., take a look at just one of the many tornadoes that left at least 3 people dead, dozens of others injured, destroyed parts of towns, and knocked out power for thousands. It's now a search for survivors across several states. CNN's Laura Aguirre shows us the aftermath.
See it? The tornado! This is one of several tornadoes reported to have ripped across the Midwest overnight.
part of a devastating storm system that stretched from Texas to Pennsylvania, hitting states like Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky the hardest.
I can best describe it as a bomb going off.
Incredible destruction in places like Ohio's Logan County, where multiple deaths were confirmed along with dozens of injuries. Aerial surveys Friday revealing the aftermath.
Unbelievable damage. I can't describe it any more than just like an explosion.
There's one coming right at us.
In Indiana, additional search and rescue teams arrived Friday morning, searching collapsed structures that multiple twisters left behind, looking for survivors, and prepared to recover any victims.
The wrath of this really begins today when people realize the magnitude of the destruction of their homes and of their livelihoods.
Along with tornadoes, huge, powerful hail rained over some areas.
You couldn't even see outside, and you could just hear the boom. I could feel the glass hitting me, and I'm still shaking.
Many had nowhere to escape the falling rocks of ice.
So I crawled in the back seat with my daughter, and I was covering her up with one of her little jackets.
The threat of more tornadoes, hail, and heavy rainfall is moving east, targeting the southeastern and Gulf regions through Saturday. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
All right, as we head to another break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Friday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Classic roast beef and crispy fish? Just 2 for $6? If Arby's wasn't already at Arby's, it'd be on its way to Arby's right now. Arby's, we have the meat.
Want free college or career training? It's possible.
For a limited time, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf today to get started.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bathfitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bathfitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
News. For years, Washington Realtors embraced some of the most consumer-friendly practices in the nation, putting fairness and transparency at the heart of the home buying process, providing clients with the duties of their real estate broker in the transaction, along with a written agreement explaining the cost of brokerage services, and receiving and signing this agreement up front. Now, these principles are not just industry standard, they're state law. Transparency in real estate, brought to you by Washington Realtors. Is your broker a realtor?
BECU is more than just money. We are invested in our community. People will come in and say, BECU changed my life. We have free webinars and seminars, things that are going to help you sleep at night. If you follow the steps, within a couple of years, you could be buying your own home. And to see that happen is just phenomenal. We have the tools that they need to focus on their financial health and building financial wealth. BECU is not for profit and all for Spokane.
ORB's brown sugar bacon. You always know just what to say. Arby's, we have the meat.
Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
The weather is going to be perfect to get outside and go for a walk or even a hike. In this week's Air 4 Adventure, we're giving you a bird's eye view of one area north of Pullman that offers great trails and spectacular views. Let's take a ride in the Air 4 drone above Kamiak Butte County Park.
Kamiak Butte County Park. We are in Whitman County, about 9 miles north of Pullman. It's 298 acres. We have lots of recreational opportunities here due to the unique landscape of the park compared to the surrounding area. The day use area here has a playground and plenty of shade. Other popular activities here at the park include picnicking, photography, bird watching, snowshoeing in the winter, camping, and of course hiking. There are 5.5 miles of trail. For visitors that would like just a quick hike with a view, they can hike to the ridge from the parking lot and back in about a half an hour. For visitors that are wanting to see the summit, the loop trail that goes to the summit is about 2.5 miles long and can be done in about an hour. The view from the top of Kamiak Butte is spectacular, and that's one of the main things people come here to see. And from the top, you can see Pullman and Moscow, and on a clear day, you can see all the way down to the Blue Mountains. Kamiak is a very popular place for photographers. Photography is becoming a more and more popular thing for people to get out and do. Folks like to come take pictures of the sunset up here from the top of the butte. And it's a fantastic place to take pictures of wildlife and the surrounding hills and the farm fields. Yeah, that's part of what makes Kamiak so popular, is that its uniqueness compared to the surrounding landscape. Magnificent forested butte in a sea of agricultural fields, and so it provides that wonderful recreational oasis for people to come and play around in this awesome, beautiful park.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Shop Consign Furniture and Jewelry St. Patrick's Day sale now. Experience discounts equal to sales tax both online and in store on all new furniture, custom furniture, and pre-orders. If you don't see the price you like, make us an offer.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Fishing trip hit a snag. Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue, or get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Anything else?
Yeah, can I get some napkins?
Sure. That'll be $1.
For a napkin?
Ridiculous, right? You know what else doesn't make sense? Some people are still paying for their checking accounts. Some places it's $12 a month. At P1FCU, we believe some things should just be free. Open your Ascend checking with tons of great benefits at p1fcu.org/free.
Are you struggling to get through the day? Are you experiencing chronic pain, burning, numbness, and tingling in your hands or feet? Pay attention, because you are probably experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The most common symptoms are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, and problems with balance. Neuropathy is treatable, and our office can help. It's time to get real results. Pick up your phone and call us right now. If you're one of the first 25 callers, you'll receive a free nerve damage screening. This nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious nerve damage and if you're qualified for our cutting-edge treatment program to stop the nerve damage. Don't wait until it's too late and your symptoms get so bad that you lose your freedom and are restricted to a wheelchair, walker, or need amputation. Call now to be one of the first 25 callers to receive a free nerve damage screening. Hurry, call now to find out if you qualify for our free nerve damage screening and see how we can change your life. It's time to feel better. Call today.
Shop Consign Furniture and Jewelry St. Patrick's Day sale now. Experience discounts equal to sales tax both online and in store on all new furniture, custom furniture, and pre-orders. If you don't see the price you like, make us an offer.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Slam dunk a deal on 170 new Kias at George Gia Kia.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, a North Idaho man is in court for animal cruelty. How 5 dogs, including a police canine, allegedly died in his care.
A cool start to the day tomorrow, but we are warming up into the 60s for the first time this year. Blue skies, sunshine, and light winds. Our average high is in the upper 40s, so we are well above average.
All right. Any last words before the Cougs take the court against Colorado tonight? Either of you guys?
Yeah, they're not the favorites, but I think that's where WSU got them right where they want them when it comes to that.
If they shoot the way they played, they did last night, have a great chance at winning.
All right. We'll have the highlights and post-game reaction for you coming up tonight on Nightside. We hope to see you then.